In order to get to the timeline that we desire, we have to move through the unconscious and the physical manifestation of the unconscious and the balancing forces of the planet Earth that we're all here on in order to get to where we want to get to. So we have to move through these things, and then we arrive at our chosen destination, our chosen timeline with our free will. So the way that this works is you have your free will, right? And we talked about this. We've talked about it in many videos here on this channel. And you can choose with your free will. And we want to choose what our soul wants. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Choose what your soul wants. Say, I choose this if it's what my soul wants. If it's not, then I allow it to be even better than I could have imagined and more soul aligned than I could have ever imagined. And then we're going to go through that process of things coming up to really help us. Honestly, it's to help us get to where we want to get to. I'm having deja vu right now, so wow, it's wild. And so I just feel like this message is really important for whoever's watching it, for you. So you obviously got to this video somehow, and I'm so happy that you did. I'm so happy that we can connect on this level. So we choose. And then with external intention, so there's internal and external intention, and this comes from the book Transurfing. And so there's two ways of creating what you want in life and getting to the chosen timeline. One would be internal intention. So we're moving through no matter what. We're pushing, like we're gonna get there with hard work and dedication, and that can work, but oftentimes it can't, and oftentimes it's just not the soul aligned path to getting there. And so there's a quicker way that we can get there, but it requires a lot of trust and a lot of deconditioning. And so it's called external intention. So we choose the reality, the timeline that we want out of the infinite possibilities. So there's infinite possibilities going on right now within the quantum field. We can have whatever we want because it's already happening. It's already existing right now. It's not about creating it, it's about moving towards it. And so we choose it. And then instead of I have to get there, I have to do everything, I have to make it work, it's okay, I will take the action and the steps that I need to take in order to get there, but I'm going to flow into this timeline. And so there's going to be thoughts that come up. There's going to be situations that come up that mimic our thoughts that we're having, that are bringing up these emotions within us, these fears within us, these things within us that need to be moved, that need to be alchemized in order for us to continue on the path of arriving at that chosen timeline. And so, for example, like if you're choosing a dream career where it's super abundant and you're able to have like the exact life that you want and pay for all your bills and, buy your friends really nice gifts or whatever it is, but you choose it, and then a situation happens where you have a surprise bill out of nowhere and you're like, that is living within you. And this is your opportunity to alchemize it so that you can get to the chosen destination. And so how do we alchemize it? There's a few ways. I really like the book Existential Kink. I would check it out if you feel called to. So that's an interesting take on it. It's like, wow, like this like turns me on so much. Like this this silly like human experience of this happening, trying to keep me playing or feeling small, like, oh, so cute, like that kind of thing. Or you can take it from another perspective of just like, okay, this thing is happening, this failure, this fear, this whatever, and being excited, like being happy about it, being, like treating it with like so much joy. And so that's from the book Transurfing. But if we take an approach like a Dr. Joe Dispenza approach, it's neurons that fire together, wire together. And so if we are presented with these old limiting beliefs, these old patterns, but we wire it with a feeling of abundance, of joy, of gratitude, of whatever it is, then we are rewiring our brain, our nervous system, our subconscious in order to create the life that we want, to move towards the life that we want with ease. The only thing holding you back from the life that you want are your beliefs about how you can't have it. And so when you can change your mind, right? Change your mind, change your life, then you can literally move towards it. So you have to just find a way to alchemize and rewire your mind and decondition your mind. So see these things that come up as exciting, because that's getting you closer. This is your gift. This is your gift for you to move towards what you want to move towards. I shared a vlog the other day where I, just doing my life here in Portugal and van life and everything. And like, we all have things that we're moving towards. And I was presented with the situation where my dog was bit by a tick. And that's my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears, because I went through Lyme disease. And so that was my gift to move through. And I moved through it with brain retraining, with EFT tapping, which is a way to retrain the brain and the nervous system to move through what's stored in the subconscious and teach the nervous system that it's safe, that thing that's coming up is safe. Also, let's just ignore this mojito recipe. I would never pick this. I just bought this van off Facebook Marketplace in France. I'm going to add some nice tile to it. So everything in here, like this star that I'm hiding from you guys, not chosen. But anyway, so we just have to use our ability to move through the things that come up with non-attachment and non-belief in the feelings and the emotions and the fears and all the things that are coming up when we're presented with this thought or this scenario that is like within our perceived reality, whether it's like internal or external, not in regards to what we were talking about earlier, but like if we're like feeling it, like even just like thoughts, like you could have thoughts of lack or thoughts of whatever, and then you just have to become aware enough to rewire it and say, no, that's not real. Those are the balancing forces. And the book also talks about, Transurfing also talks about these pendulums, the balancing forces. And so it talks about, I think celebrities is one of the examples, but once you get out of the control of the balancing forces and like thinking that these things are all real and like whatever, like you have to play small, you can never have what those people have. Like once you get out of that mindset, then the pendulums have no option but to support you and to support you in what you're doing and to bring you everything that you want and to give you the recognition that you want, the abundance that you want, whatever it is, the health that you want. It's no longer able to control you, and now it like supports you more, and it like gives you an abundance of whatever you're desiring. And so you get to break free, right? Break free from the matrix or whatever. Break free by no longer letting these things have control over you or believing that they're real. It's like the bad thing, the perceived bad thing comes up. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Wow, how funny. Like this is happening to me. Like it's making me think that I'm anything less than infinite abundance and unconditional love. Like how funny. I used to believe that. Rewiring it. Joe Dispenza and like if you do like a health brain retraining program like Gupta or DNRS, then you're going to go through the same kind of technique of like bringing up that low vibrational thing, whatever, like maybe it's a health condition, or maybe it's like specifically like a symptom from that health condition, or maybe it's a feeling of lack or unworthiness or whatever, waking that up within yourself if it's not already like naturally provoked from your current life scenario. And then immediately going into it's a visualization. So like a visualization of something high vibrational, like your dream house, or like walking on the beach in Costa Rica, I don't know, like wherever. And just most importantly, feeling those feelings of the high vibrational thing, and then wiring those together. Anytime you have something low vibrational come up that is not serving you, that is not in alignment with the chosen timeline, then you rewire it. Whether it's getting kinky with it, like existential kink, or you're like excited and happy about it, and like it's not a failure, it's actually a success. Like all your failures are successes, and so looking at them that way. Or it's doing the actual process of brain retraining and like going within. You don't always have to like, because like maybe you're out in public, like you don't have to go into like a meditation about it, but getting familiar with that feeling of that high vibrational state, whatever that scenario is in your visualization, and being able to invoke that when you're out and about. So if you're like out and you go to buy something at the store and it's a lot more expensive than you think, and then you're feeling all this lack, but you have that familiar feeling of what it's like to be in your dream house with the abundance of money and blah blah blah, and you can infuse that vibration with the current perceived reality that you're in and the things that you're experiencing. You're going to rewire it and no longer give it power, and you're going to move to the chosen timeline within the quantum field, and anything is possible. So you just have to let yourself have it, but you have to be aware of the process of getting there. Things will come up. Things will come up, but you can get there quicker the more you don't give it power. And the more that you really surrender to the idea that the knowing that we're here on earth and that there are balancing forces, there is the unconscious that has been controlling you. But when you wake up, you remember the truth of who you are, and no longer has power over you. So just move through it, right? So I hope that this landed. If it did, please let me know by giving this a thumbs up, a comment below if you feel called to do so, and subscribe if you're new here. I'm posting videos every single day. There's Arlo. I can't believe I haven't shown you. The reason why I stood today is so that we could show you the cutest baby. He's waiting right now because I gave him a little bit of my dinner and he's like, where is the rest? So I'm still at this like beautiful campsite here in Portugal. If you've been following along the journey, I also have like no laundry right now, so this is super wrinkled, but I'm waiting for my turn to do laundry at the van campsites or RV, and you can have RV, tent, all the things. They also have like little bungalows. It's really nice here. But yeah, there's a lot of people doing laundry right now. But it's so nice here. There's like-minded individuals. I went on a walk with somebody today. I met a bunch of people at the healthy restaurant down below, and it's hard to want to leave. But I also have somebody that I've met on Facebook who seems very like-minded as well, who wants to do van life together for a few days. And so a little van life side note, when you register a car in Europe, specifically in France, where I'm going to be registering my vehicle, you have to have this CT done within, it's also called an MOT in the UK, maybe also in Ireland, but it has to be done within 6 months when you sell a car. So this lady gave me this car and it was expired past 2 days. And because I'm from the US, we read dates with the month, the day, and then the year. And here it's day, month, year. So I was seeing 1208 year. And then I was thinking, oh, it's December, like we've got time. But really it was done in August. So anyway, learning. So I have to make my way up to France earlier than I thought. But that's all right. I'll go up there and make a trip of it and see a bunch of cool stuff after I spend some time with the Facebook girl. And then my mom will be here. And so if you guys have any ideas of things that maybe you'd want to see my mom and I make videos about, she's an energy healer. A lot of what I know about like connecting with my angels and guides and doing healing work and everything is from her. A lot of it I've learned in my own too, because I resisted her stuff for so long. My entire childhood I resisted her energy things because I was like, this is embarrassing, it's so weird, it's so different. And then I went through my own spiritual journey when I was like 19, and I was like, wow, this is like what my mom was talking about this whole time. So now it's great that we can connect, and like we'll often, like every night we'll do a phone call, and like maybe we'll connect with different angels and guides and do different channel messages. She's really good at holding the space, and then I am more visual and can see and hear things more, and she's also very good at obviously doing the healing work as well. So if you want to see anything specific from her and I, let me know. We'll be together for 2 weeks. She's going to do some van life with me, so I need to build this second bed here just because I like my space. And it is nice that the last person put like a curtain here, so you get like a little closed off second bedroom kind of situation. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, in Provence area of France, we'll be going there. And then there's also this area for Mary Magdalene. I still don't really know how to say her last name, but she, you know, if you know her, she's very powerful, very divine, feminine being. And so I've always listened to like the light language stuff from her that my mom would send me in college, and I just accepted it if it was for my highest good. And so there is an area in that region of France that she maybe spent a lot of time. I don't know the whole detail, but we're going to go there. Apparently it's really important. My mom's spiritual friends that she works with say like this is a very important time for you and her to be together, and you guys should go to this area because there's some kind of download or something that needs to happen right there. So that's what's going to be happening, and maybe tomorrow I'll get on the road and leave this wonderful, wonderful spot. So I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.